Today let's learn what sentence structure is. Sentence structure is the way a sentence is arranged grammatically. The sentence structure of your writing includes where the noun and the verb fall within an individual sentence. In one sentence, where should you put the noun, where you should put the verb. Such arrangement is called sentence structure. If you arrange it in a wrong manner, the sentence will have no meaning. For example, Ram is a subject, eat eats a mango. Ram eats a mango. Ram is the subject, eat is a verb, and mango is the object. So it is subject, verb, object pattern. If you arrange it in another order, like Ram mango eats, the sentence has no meaning. So sentence structure is how you arrange the verbs and nouns or object in a sentence. Now there are four types of sentence structures in English language. One is simple sentence, second one is compound sentence, then complex sentence and compound complex sentence. These are the four types of sentence structures in English language. Simple sentence structure. A simple sentence structure means it has got only one independent clause. Independent clause means it can stand alone. Even if that sentence is said alone, it has got a complete meaning. Such sentences are called independent clauses. In independent clauses, there will be one subject and one verb, and the sentence structure will be like this. The subject will come first, then the verb, and then the object. Even if object is not there, it's okay. See here, I like coffee. I is the subject, like is the verb, and coffee is the object. So it is arranged in such a manner that subject comes first, a verb comes next, and then the object. That is the arrangement of simple sentence structure. And simple sentence structure will have only one subject and one verb. Subject is the thing or person who does the action, and verb is the action. For example, I is the subject here, the action or the verb is like the coffee, like coffee. Okay, and here the earth goes round the sun. The earth is the subject, goes is the verb, and the sun is the object. Another sentence is I am sleeping. I is the subject over there, and sleeping is the am sleeping is the verb over there. There also subject comes first and then verb. In that case, we don't have an object. I am sleeping. In that sentence, we don't have an object. But that's also a simple sentence because it's complete in meaning and it has got one subject and one verb. So simple sentence structure is like that. The subject comes first. In almost every sentence structures, this is like this. The subject comes first and then the verb. But in simple sentence, we'll have only one subject and one verb. That is the main thing in simple sentence. Then we have compound sentence. A compound sentence is two or more independent clauses joined by a conjunction or semicolon. Each of these clauses could form a sentence alone. So it is like two simple sentences, two are joined together, or more than two simple sentences are joined together using a conjunction. Okay, this sentences can stand alone. It has got a meaning even if they are not joined together. For example, I like coffee and Mary likes tea. And is the conjunction over there. Even if that and is not there, and if we write it as two separate sentences, it has got meaning, right? I like coffee, Mary likes tea. So it has got meaning. And when these two independent simple sentences are combined using a conjunction, that is and is a conjunction over there. If these are combined together using a conjunction, it is called compound sentences. Then another example, see, our car broke down, we came last. It is combined using a semicolon. That's also two simple sentences. It is the continuation, but even if those two sentences are separated, it has got meaning, complete meaning. So such sentences are called compound sentences. This is the structure of compound sentence. Means the first this independent clause will come, then the conjunction will come, and then the second independent clause will come. That is the structure of a compound sentence. And there are 7 coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunction means which combines 2 sentences, 2 simple sentences. And, but, or, nor, for, yet, so. These are the coordinating conjunctions. A complex sentence consists of an independent clause plus a dependent clause. A dependent clause starts with a subordinating conjunction or a relative pronoun and contains a subject and a verb but does not express a complete thought. So, independent clauses, just like a simple sentence we already studied. Dependent clause means it will have a complete meaning only when it combines with the main independent clause. Only when it is combined together with the independent clause, it will have a complete meaning. And it combines with a subordinating conjunction. The other sentences was used combining in compound sentences we used coordinating conjunctions to combine 2 sentences. Those 7 were the coordinating conjunctions. Other than that, they are called subordinating conjunctions. And if you see a sentence combined using subordinating conjunction, we can understand that it is a complex sentence. It is a dependent clause. An independent clause and dependent clauses combined together. See, always the dependent clause will be the reason or the cause or the result of the first independent clause action. For example, see, we missed our plane because we were late. We missed our plane, and the independent clause is telling the reason why we missed out, because we were late. So it is just like we are giving the reason or the effect of something. Our dog barks when she hears a noise. See, our dog barks. Why does she bark? When she hears a noise. Or when does she bark? When she hears a noise. It is like we get the complete meaning only when these 2 sentences come together. Okay. He left in a hurry after he got a phone call. Why did he leave? We'll get the answer only if this independent clause is answered after he got a phone call. That is the dependent clause, subordinate clause or dependent clause. He left in a hurry is the main clause or independent clause, and after he got a phone call is the dependent clause. It depends on the main clause for its complete meaning. In the first sentence also, we missed our plane. That is the main clause. That is the independent clause. Because we were late is the dependent clause. Okay. Because we were late, we won't get a complete meaning. Only when it combines with the main clause, we get a complete meaning. So here are some subordinating conjunctions given. Just go through it. And relative pronouns. For example, we can make a complex sentence with a relative pronoun also. For example, we can say, this is the lady who lives in our house, in our apartment. This is the lady who lives in our apartment. So, this is the lady is the main clause or independent clause. Who lives in the apartment is the dependent clause. It is combined using the relative pronoun who. Okay, so using the relative pronouns also we can combine an independent clause and a dependent clause. Now the last one is compound complex sentences. A compound complex sentence consists of at least 2 independent clauses and 1 or more dependent clauses. Okay, there will be at least 2 simple sentences or 2 independent clauses plus 1 independent clause will be there, or sometimes more than 1 dependent clause will be there. Anyhow, there should be 2 independent clauses and 1 dependent clause. That is a must. Only then it will be a compound complex sentences. See the example, John didn't come home. That is a independent clause. Because he was ill is dependent clause. And so Mary was not happy. So Mary was not happy is another independent clause. So John didn't come is an independent clause. Because he was ill is a dependent clause, and Mary was not happy is again an independent clause. So 2 independent clause and 1 dependent clause is there in that sentence. That is why it is called compound complex sentences. That's all for today. Thank you. I hope you understood. Feel free to ask any doubts. Thank you.